Okay, now it's slightly better. Okay, let's try to do anything anyway. So the very first thing that we need to focus on is switching to the newest IntelliJ Platform Gradle Plugin from 1.0, 1.x release to 2.13.2-snapshot, and this is something not available publicly yet, but I will submit a pull request whenever the 2.14.0 will be there, so no worries about that. Okay, so I don't have any snapshots here. Text edit. I mean, Raycast doesn't work within virtual machine. And I need actually this code snippet. Okay, that will let me get the latest snapshot. The Kotlin version, okay, we are going to use the latest 2020 5.2.6.1 release. 5.2.6.1 release, and it is using Kotlin 2.1.20. Let's double check that. This one. To get all the repository. Okay, maybe let's get the Gradle plugin first. This will not work anyway. Let's comment it out. That one will not be available. Anyway, we will not need this part at all. This we should comment out. This will not be needed. Actually, patch plugin XML is updating the since build, until build, and version, but we will rely on defaults, so we can remove that part as well. That one as well. So IntelliJ version updates. Okay, this one can be removed, and those two will become actual dependencies in a minute. And we don't need Kotlin std lib here. Classic. We recommend upgrading to Gradle version 9.0.0. Okay, so before bumping this one, we need to update Gradle. Hello, MinMail. Okay, I probably lost some of chat messages because I had to refresh my Restream chat and now it shows me nothing. So whenever you wrote anything to me, just please resend that. Otherwise I'll have to go to each streaming platform and browse through the chat. Okay, so here we have Gradle 7.6 and that's a really old version. We should start with updating this one. And how to do that? Gradle releases, the latest. Okay, no. 9.5 is almost there. That's nice. But we'll stick to 9.4.1. Oh my god. Copy and paste. Right, it's Windows. Right. What was that? 9.4.1. Okay. Is it here? Almost. 9.4.5. 9.4.9. Okay. Let's make sure everything is here. Okay, set up dependencies. It's a pretty old task, which is still stored here. That's some old hack we did in 1.x. Okay, wrapper. Yep. We have a fresh Gradle. Now we can update to IntelliJ Platform Gradle Plugin. Okay, group version Java is not necessary. Here, oh no, it's written in Java. Okay, but we'll keep Kotlin. I believe it should still take care of Java classes. Failed to query the value of property language version. Okay. And why? Okay, no IntelliJ Platform dependencies found. That should not fail that fast. Platform path, product info. Failed to query the value of property, language version. Okay, I will have to take care of that off stream. Let's add a dependency on IntelliJ IDE. And the version was 2025.2.6.1. And here we need default repositories. Default repositories? I always forget. Yep, default repositories. Okay, almost there. I'm not sure if I'm still on X. The event not started. How to do that right now while already streaming? Okay. Going back to this, we have a dependency on the IntelliJ IDE. We also need to set a dependency on the Java plugin, bundled plugin. And basically that's it. That's all in terms of setup. So that was a really, really simple case. Let's check. Okay, here, Kotlin code style official. That's fine, but there is one problem with the Kotlin standard library. because by default it tries to bring to your project the standard library version jar. So whenever we build the plugin, we'll get a distribution package, zip archive. Is it here? It's still compiling and downloading something. Microba. Okay, so it's just building some map of dependencies between bundle plugins, bundle modules, and so and so. The build searchable options task. So this is something for those who don't know what's that. This is a task that builds a map of your settings, your plugin settings, which means if you have anything configurable in the IDE, so your plugin, where is that, exposes something into the settings section, the build searchable options is going through the UI elements and produces some XML file or JSON right now with a map of all possible options, and it's packed as a separated jar bundled within your plugin archive, and when installed on the user side, it will let the IDE know how to handle all the strings that you've introduced. So how to say that? It will help your plugin to, well, it will help your plugin become searchable. So whenever someone is looking for an option here, like, I don't know, foo, there are some results here. Inject by type, yeah, you see, foo. And IDE is not building this map at the time when you open settings, but it has everything kind of pre-indexed. So the speed search is actually pretty fast. Okay, hold on, I'm not streaming on X, and I just asked my colleague to help me with that, and Patrick said I should toggle off and on the failed platform in Restream options. Okay. Okay, so that's not available. No. That's not available via OBS, but I can go to the Restream website and Sending data. Okay, now we should be on X as well. So yeah. Sorry for the trouble, but we are live everywhere. Yeah, it's all good. Okay. Build searchable options. So the XML file with all possible options available for inside your plugin are created out of the settings implementation, but there is none. And to figure out if you really need that task to be run, no, it's not here. We can run the verify plugin project configuration. Or not? No, it's no. Silly me. This one probably will not tell us too much about that. No. So again, build searchable options, and this task should tell us if anything was built out of our plugin or not. If not, it means we do not implement any configurables, anything for settings, so we can safely disable this task. Okay, it failed, but that's okay. Those thread errors are coming from older IDE versions. Okay, that comes from Gradle. Anyways, let's disable it right now. Let's not spend too much time on that. IntelliJ Platform. Yep. False. That's that. Let's check if this plugin works. Something is here. What we have here, there are some actions. Let's see what's inside the plugin XML. Change notes, since build. Okay, this little thing we should drop, because everything is already set by the Gradle plugin, and we have a bunch of actions. So let's try to search for any of those, just to prove the plugin is loaded. Okay, yeah. Is there, the action is most likely executed. Yeah, so migration from 1.x to 2.13 0.2 snapshot was successful. I can actually keep it stable here, so we can drop this part. We've bumped Gradle version to the latest available. Build searchable options are off. Yeah, that's that. Simple. Let's commit those changes and log in via GitHub. Login with token. Yeah, let's log in with token. I believe I had this token a week ago somewhere. Wonder how far I can go with Raycast's clipboard history. Okay, it was 7 days ago, so that was the 24th of March. Maybe I have the old token somewhere. Nah, I'll have to generate it once again. Okay. GitHub. Okay, I need to generate this token, but not from here. Fuck, I did it again. I just closed my Windows virtual machine. Okay. I can close this up, this thing. Okay, the token is this. Okay. Where is my AI assistant? Okay. It's not here. Log in with JetBrains account. Okay. Excuse me for a second. Okay, it's not so easy to log in to Google. almost there. Okay, tap yes on my phone. Okay, I am authorized. Okay, you're ready to go. Okay, it's Cloud Agent. I want to use Codex. Where is Codex? Anyway. Upgrade Gradle and Kotlin, migrate to IntelliJ Platform. Gradle Plugin, update scripts for POSICOM. What the hell? No. Okay, that's that. Let's push it. So this one is already done. We can take the align carets. What's that? Something updated 9 months ago. Set the minimum email IntelliJ version to 2022.3. Written in Java. Groovy. Yeah. And again, Gradle inversion. Gradle plugin inversion 1.17.4. So similar story plus Groovy. But the setup is pretty simple. Okay, let's fork it. Gradle revamp fork. New from version control. Go. What's the shortcut for refactoring on Windows? Okay. Actually, rename is Shift F6. Refactor this. Control Alt Shift T. No, switch to task. Anyway, settings, Gradle, KTS. KTS KTS is a way to go. And I won't hold back from renaming that. Okay, this is annoying on Windows virtual machine, because whenever I do that, I get multiple characters. I hate Windows. I hate Windows with my keyboard. Maybe I should use regular one. Is it working or not? No. Why isn't it working? Bluetooth. MX keys. Maybe it's... No, it should be there. Okay, yeah, it's there. Good. For the record, on my actual laptop, I'm using ZSA Moonlander with all the fancy key bindings, but those are for macOS. And apps I'm using on macOS, and I don't want to spend more time on figuring out which key should I press there, so I'll just use MX keys, good old MX keys, to work with Windows virtual machine. Okay, settings Gradle IDEs. Now we need to rename this one. No, it's terrible. Come on. No, I give up. Build Gradle IDEs. Yeah. What do we have here? There is SRC, Java. One single action. Okay. That's cool. Group. Version, Maven Central. We can drop this part, and similar to that, we'll get repos, we'll get the IntelliJ Platform version into here. No bundled plugin needed. That's okay. The name is set automatically. Is it? It's only about setting stuff into the plugin XML. So as soon as it is here, we do not need, in the latest Gradle plugin, we do not need that part. Update since until, that's no longer present in 2.x. Patch plugin, not needed. Publish plugin, the token is set for you out of the box in the latest IntelliJ Platform Gradle plugin. Just make sure that we will use, okay, you know, I can actually, for the next commit, mark it as a 2.14.0. Yes, I agree. Generate commit message. It seems I'm shadow banned, wrote Patrick. Okay, now my message comes through. That's weird. That's probably issue with Restream or my internet connection, or I have no idea with what. Okay. And why do you think you're shadow banned? I mean, did you write anything before? Okay. Bump J platform. Okay, let's push it. We can get back to the align carets plugin here. Okay, I shouldn't close that one. I still need this part. And here in settings, let's put the snapshot repo and verify if everything works with the snapshot. Okay, yeah. Gradle version again. Okay, I forgot. 9.4.1. Set up dependencies again. Settings, root project name apart from that I see in the project view tool window. No. Oh no, root project name. Well, because the project, okay, in build Gradle, hold on, I'll just wrap up this task activation. Okay. In build Gradle, we are setting the group and version, but about name, do we have this name field here? Even? Name, no, there is no name. And here, root project, name, there is name. There is name, display name. But we do not use the name even. Hold on. This is what? Is it a project or it's nothing? No. So let me quickly check what will we get here, because in settings we have this root project name set to align carets. Yeah. So this is the name. The root project name is passed from settings Gradle KTS back to the build Gradle KTS. And from here, the project name is passed further to the IntelliJ Platform Gradle Plugin. Automatically, IntelliJ Platform, and here we have, okay, we don't have it here yet. Give me a sec. Let's try to bring back. What the hell? Okay, I'll get to the project name in a moment. I need to check what is happening here, because yeah, here we have 941. Let's call the wrapper. Okay, wrapper is here. What the hell? Tasks. Okay. So the project name is something that we set in settings Gradle KTS, and that's mandatory. So every Gradle project is supposed to have settings Gradle KTS with the root project name defined. Yeah, yet another file. And then IntelliJ Platform has this project name property, which by convention is set to the project name, and this project name is passed further to different places inside the IntelliJ Platform Gradle plugin. As you said, the plugin configuration name also is using this project name, but the build plugin task also uses the same name for naming the zip archive that is produced in the build distributions directory. Okay, run IDE. Let's check if that works. And in plugin XML file, misclick, we have ID, name, vendor. This one can be removed as the Gradle plugin sets it for you. Actions, ID, class, text, align carets. Let's simply check if plugin is loaded. Plugin is on. Oh my god. But the action is not here. Text align carets. Add to group. Yeah, align carets is there. So everything is working as expected. So let's drop this snapshot repo. Let's set it to 2.14.0, even though it's not there. Before I will send a pull request, this IntelliJ Platform Gradle plugin version should be there. Okay. Migrate to the IntelliJ Platform Gradle Plugin 2.x. All right. We've done the second plugin already. And the .envx JetBrains plugin. That one was updated last month. That is promising. I wonder what's going on, if I'm here or not. Yeah, ping is not terrible. but not everything. Okay, this one will be really easy because it's generated out of the IntelliJ Platform Gradle, IntelliJ Platform Plugin template. So let's see, what do we have here? Maybe there are some custom tasks. That's a happy path. Oh my god, I just remembered here and in the previous plugin I completely forgot about Gradle properties. Yeah. Okay, let me just open the forum. Where is it? Okay. That was posted in IntelliJ Platform. Opinion. Okay. Okay, those three entries are maybe not, those two are not required, but it's nice to have cache enabled. But this one is required because when, okay, I don't have this. Give me a sec. Settings, plugins. Archive browser. Okay. Here, if you don't have this flag set to false, the Gradle is bundling Kotlin stdlib and annotations. And we do not want that because that's a couple of megabytes. So in order to disable this or get rid of those files, yeah, right. Temporarily I will just put it to the older version. So in Gradle properties, we are setting the Kotlin stdlib default dependency to false. And thanks to this Gradle property, those two will not be bundled within our zip archive. Build distributions. How can I? Okay, it's 164 whatever bytes. Okay, so as you can see, stdlib is no longer with us, and the size of zip archive went down from 1 million bytes to 20,000 bytes. So simply, yeah, that makes a huge difference, right? So I need to publish this change to the repo as well. Okay. And let's do the same for the other project, for the other plugin. We can close this one. Ah. Tab mover. I want to open the other align carets. This window. Terminate. And here we have no Gradle properties at all. Okay. We are good now. Let's take the third plugin, which is .nfx. Gradle revamp. Invalid JDK. To fix that, we have to go to the file, project structure, and set SDK to 21. That's always a safe choice right now. And sync Gradle. Okay. What do we have here? So this is a build setup based on the plugin template. So we can drop a couple of things already, because I've been reviewing this plugin template yesterday and this morning in order what to remove, because the latest 2.14.0 will bring for you a lot of defaults, so we can really drop some of properties that don't have to be set all the time. Okay, one of changes that we are introducing is, okay, just let's make sure it's there. Okay. So, in Gradle properties, we do have the plugin group, right? And this plugin group later in build Gradle KTS is set to group. And to keep this short, we can do that and remove it. Same applies to version. Version comes from plugin version. So why not to rename that to version directly? The name, plugin name, is set to .envx. Also here, no, not here. We can rename this to .envx here. Let's check where the plugin name is used here. So yeah, the Gradle properties does not let you set the name that way. Let's check that actually. Project name, and to make sure we know what we're looking for. But is it something from settings Gradle, because I just set the same value, or from Gradle properties? Let's see. So I set it to .n of x2, and the question, okay, it's just plugin name. That's pointless. Name. And now it's still .n of x. So this one is completely ignored. Bummer. But we can specify it here. So it's .n of x, and then the plugin name is using exactly the same version. Version was coming from plugin version, but by default comes from project version, so that's redundant. Description, that's from the readme file, from here. Plugin description, let's keep it. Changelog, similar story. Here we don't use plugin version, but the version only. Okay, since build, we no longer will need this one, plugin since build, because in the latest version we set it to the major part of the IntelliJ platform used for building the plugin. So this one becomes redundant. Signing, so those are common environment variable keys, also set as defaults, and token. Similar story. Channels, I don't know if you've been using .nfx. Hold on. If you've been using custom channels for publishing the plugin, let's double check that. No. I wonder. Kotlin probably. Yeah. So there are some custom channels in use. There are none. So we can drop the channels as you don't use custom channels in Marketplace. And the plugin verification ID is recommended. That's also a default right now. Cover, tasks, Gradle, version, publish plugin. Okay. This stuff we have to keep as is. And the Kotlin JVM toolchain is also something set for it by default, and it is right now matching the Kotlin Java version required, well, associated with the IntelliJ platform version. So whenever you use 2024.3.6, it will match Java 21. But we can simplify the build and remove it right now. Okay, so we have snapshot here. Gradle version catalog. Okay, we have that one. Let's check if the plugin is starting. We are here. The plugin is loaded. That's great. Let's look at the verify plugin project configuration task. Okay, it's all good. Awesome. And the Kotlin version should also align with the IntelliJ Platform version we use for building the plugin. So again, that's 2024.3.6. So that is still 1.8.0. Let me just get back to the plugin. Okay. Hold on. Downloads by Okay. I wonder if it is still needed to publish the plugin in for older IDEs. We have some stats per the IDE type, but I'm not sure if Marketplace finally revealed information about which IDE versions do end users use. No, I can't find it. No, not really. Okay, let's keep it as it is. If that works, it works. Here I will just bump to 14.0. this. And publish. Okay, I will do the merge. I will create pull requests as set as soon as the IntelliJ Platform Gradle Plugin 2.14.0 will be released. So let's put it on hold for a sec. And J plugins and anything from here. Okay, a lot of plugins. And everything is taken from the plugin template. Okay, updated yesterday. And what was that? Okay, so dependencies updates. Okay. So that's a similar story as with the previous plugin, and everything here is based on same setup. So let's use this spiral plugin. Okay, quickly fork. Okay, here everything looks good. Group version, redundant, repo, dependencies. That's all good. Name, version, no longer needed. Since build, no longer needed. Same here. Same here. Now the question is, do you use okay, this is some spiral version. Do you use custom channels? Oh fucks. I close my virtual machine again. Okay, so which one? Spiral plugin. Okay. Spiral plugin. Do we have any custom channels? No. So it's basically safe to drop that. Token is taken from some defaults. Description is taken from README, so let's skip it. There's no changelog. Okay, there is changelog plugin applied, but you don't use it, so we don't need it. Kudana cover, so it's also up to you if you still use those or not. Okay, I'll just revert that. Yeah. Verify. Why it's not here? Okay, 2025.1.1. Almost there. That's a pretty boring part of the plugin development, waiting for all dependencies to get downloaded, resolved. Okay, almost there. Almost there. Okay, let's check the verify. Indexing. Hold on. Come on, this is the latest thing I want to do. I think after that verification, I'll publish all the changes again, bumping the version to 2.14.0, and we'll most likely wrap it up for today with the score of 4 plugins being verified. Okay, verify plugin project configuration. Yep, no issues here. Okay, I can drop this snapshot channel from here. And make this one 2.14.0. The Gradle properties itself is good as it's based on the plugin template. The only thing that could be bumped is Gradle version, but yeah, you know what to do. Okay, this one should actually not be included. Reset head minus, okay, just those. All right, commit and push. Okay, the 4th plugin is done. Let's see the list. Few more. I think, yeah, how many? 6 plugins. Probably will be able to take care of them next week on Tuesday again, 2 p.m. And we can do some speed run because yeah, we've been probably through all possible cases already. So migration from 1.x, adjusting Groovy code, refreshing the build scripts based on the plugin template, and yeah, nothing surprising. Well, last week the plugin from Chris was a bit more complex because there was some intermediate Gradle plugin. Okay, I forgot the name. Convention plugin introduced. So that was quite a fun thing. But yeah, maybe something next week will also be pretty tricky. I hope. But for now, let's wrap it up. I will send actual pull requests probably later today, as I plan to release this IntelliJ Platform Gradle plugin still during the day, maybe in the evening. So yeah, we'll see. Thank you very much.